knowledge with my own personal study of earth magic, astrology, tarot, and energy work, I've crafted this magical instruction manual for you. Each field of wisdom aims to achieve balanced energy in various areas of life, which will allow you to live in harmony with yourself and nature, and that includes the energy of your home. With these practices in mind, I want to help you improve 6 fundamental elements I believe make a living space into a home: manifestation, clearing, protection, comfort, harmony, and balance. Even if you don't fully ascribe to the metaphysical philosophies in this book, I hope to show you how much you can benefit from incorporating elements of them into your daily life and home style in simple ways that work for you. What is HausMagick? Like a lot of people, I suffered from anxiety growing up, and sometimes still do. As a sensitive and empathic child, the world could feel very overwhelming to me at times. One of the ways I was able to feel like I had some power over my circumstances was by connecting to the spaces I was in. I was often too shy to speak to the people around me, but I seemed to be able to communicate with the room itself. I could just feel it. This makes perfect sense to me now, because I know that spaces are filled with energy, as are the objects within them. By tapping into that energy, I was able to feel rooted and safe when I was anxious. Soon enough, what started as a coping mechanism became a hobby. Relatives would call me in to consult on a room or an office that no one liked to be in. I would show them how to rearrange the art on the wall or the furniture to improve the quality of the space. It was just something I could sense naturally. I was a perfect candidate for a future in interior design. But I'm a person who insists on doing things the hard way. So rather than going to interior design school and immediately starting a career I enjoyed, I decided instead to get a degree in history and then another in witches. Well, technically, my degree is in gender and cultural studies, but my research concentration was witches. And only then did I start a home decorating business. Throughout my 20s, I became obsessed with interior design blogs. I loved that home decorating wasn't just for those who could afford to hire fancy designers anymore. An explosion of accessible, design-oriented blogs full of DIY ideas aimed at everyone appeared out of nowhere. I soaked it all up. I read at least 4 to 5 of them daily. I learned about lighting concepts, furniture design, how to distinguish between 100 different shades of white paint. You name it, there was a blog post about it. As grateful as I was to get a free education in practical contemporary interior design, I also felt alienated by posts about budget makeovers, where the budget was still completely inaccessible to me and the people I knew. As frustrating as that was, it pushed me to get creative. I realized that if I wanted to create an environment that looked and felt good enough to be photographed for a glossy magazine, while not costing a fortune, I would have to get crafty. Witchcrafty, that is. Sorry, I can't pass up an opportunity for a good pun. Initially, the witch part of HausWitch had more to do with my own personal identification with the word witch and the idea that a magical, i.e., inexpensive, transformation would occur in the room I was making over. Without a lot of money, the revamp would have to come from repurposing the home's existing decor, refinished old furniture, and DIY projects. As a teenager, I had dabbled in Wicca, a goddess-based religion that uses earth magic as its spiritual practice by casting love spells in my bedroom at night. I quickly became discouraged by my lack of access to the necessary tools for practicing spells. Try finding exotic herbs in a suburban mall or leaving the house at midnight to light a bonfire without your parents knowing, and gave up on Wicca. It was only when my dear friend Caitlin, who had recently moved across the country, asked me to cast a spell to help her find a new house that I really returned to magic. I hadn't practiced magic in years, but because it was a home-related request, it felt natural.